All righty. Hola, hola. Feliz viernes. ¿Cómo están? Es viernes. 3-day weekend. All right. So how we doing out there? We okay? Oh, Unique has a friend. Hi, Unique friend. She can stay and learn some Spanish. All right. Anybody have on their college gear today? Supporting Butler today. It's my Butler shirt. Anybody else get the memo? Nah. Well, there's Spirit Days on Fridays now. Do you know that? Does anybody know that? Oh, there's one. Jacob's got one. Um, I'll send you the link. I don't know actually where you're supposed to get that information from, but Fridays are like fun spirit days. So anyway, sporting Butler today. Got my blue light glasses on. Eyes have been bothering me since I stare at the screen so much now. We'll see if they help. So anyway, let's get to it. So we're going to start with some Quizlet time. I'm not going to give you as much time as yesterday, but remember the pockets that I give you, if you actually use them wisely, you should find everything easier and your grade better. So I try to find little pockets here and there to give you some time just to look things over. So today, if you go to your current lesson, you will see that there's a link for Quizlet. Actually, that's not your class. And I would like to give you about 5 minutes. And what I would want you to do during that time is go through your flashcards. If you've done that and you feel okay about it, don't forget you have this full screen option right there. I'm showing you if you're looking at my screen. There's a full screen option right here that you can click on, and then you've got some things that I recommend you do. So like what I would do is flip through and see what you know. Like right now, memoria, right? We're talking about school, memory, memorize. I think I know that one, right? So that's kind of what you want to be doing here. And then I would star the ones you don't know. So to start, you just click on it right here. Okay. And then you can kind of pull out the ones you don't know. So like contestar, to contest, no, means to answer. Oh, okay. So I didn't know that one. So I'm going to star that one. Just click on it and it gets starred. So if you want to go through and star some, I would say, star maybe 5-ish. And then what you can do is go to the lower left-hand corner where it says options, and you can choose just to study the starred ones. You can also adjust if you want to study them from Spanish to English or English to Spanish. And then you just have 5 or 6 to work with. So your goal should be something like I usually say, like 5 words. If you can become familiar with 5 words right now that you didn't know yesterday, then you've done your job. All right. So usually it's better for people to pick about 5 than to just aimlessly flip through 30 cards because none of it really sticks. So pick your 5 and go through them, practice with them, mix them up, shuffle them. Look, you can shuffle them right here in the lower left-hand corner above options is shuffle, and it'll shuffle them up. So what I would do is slowly go through them, and once you know those 5, then go back and star a couple more. So just to remind you how to get here, if you go to the link, you'll come up with something that looks like this. Then I would click on this button right here. Look at my screen if you don't know where it is. The full screen option gives you these options. So again, star them, shuffle them, go to options, just looked at the star ones. Also a little trick here, if you want some pronunciation help, because I'm not here with you, it's a little more difficult. You can click on it, watch.
El proyecto.
You like that? So if you want to know what something sounds
El
like,
informe.
there you go. You just click on it.
Discutir.
So I'm going to give you 5 minutes starting right now. And I want you to spend your time productively, right? I'm not there hovering over you to see what you're doing. But if you spend your time wisely, then you'll get where you need to go and everything gets easier. I cannot tell you enough what a big difference that makes. So 5 minutes, I'm setting my alarm right now. You should be on Quizlet. Ready, set, go. That was your 5 minutes. If you are mid-thought, you can wrap it up. And let's kind of regroup. I would keep your vocab out. If you've done your vocab list, you can have that out. If not, then just keep those flashcards out, and you can use them to help you. We're going to do a little review of los materiales that we started yesterday. So if you were paying attention yesterday, you probably know the things I'm going to ask you to find. If you have your camera off and you can turn it on so I can see that you're with me, that would be ideal. And I'm going to ask you, like I did yesterday, ¿dónde están los materiales? So somebody start us off with a quick hand and tell me, what am I talking about? What are los materiales? What am I going to ask you to find here for me or show me momentarily? Quentin, what am I talking about?
Find materials
Mm-hmm.
around you.
Yeah. And it sounds like materials. And then we clarified, because we're talking about el día escolar, we're talking about the school day. Somebody else want to clarify what kinds of materials are these going to be? What do we call them? Abdullah?
School supplies.
Yeah, they're like school supplies specifically. All right. So if you remember these from yesterday, maybe don't use your notes. If you don't remember them, then like I said, have your vocab list out or have your flashcards kind of in that area. And once again, I know I still have a bunch of cameras off. If you can get your camera on so you can show me that you're finding these things, that would be ideal. So let's start with un carnet de identidad. ¿Dónde está un carnet de identidad? If you have one, grab it. If you know what it is, raise your hand so I know you're with me. And then we'll get somebody to share in a minute. If you're not there yet, then look on your list and find un carnet de identidad. You probably hear the word identidad, identificación. So think about what that means. All right, I see about half of you with me. I guess if you can't turn your camera on, you got to raise your little blue hand. Okay, so click on your name so I know you're with me. Like Mayana, thanks, that's perfect. Show me you're with me. Show me you know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's see. How about Reddick? Do you have one of these that you can show us?
No, but I know what it is.
Okay, so Reddick's gonna tell us what it is, and who's gonna show us? Somebody else who's got one handy. Who's got one? Who's got one? All right, Bryson's gonna do it. I see Bryson's got it. So Reddick, what is it?
ID card.
Yeah, it's your ID. So if you've got one, hold it up. Here's what I was thinking. If you don't, in the future, you can show me like just kind of with your hands, like go like that. So you know it's like a little ID card. Right? So then you can show me, right? So if you got one, hold it up. Let's see them. Okay, muy bien. All right, how about ¿dónde está, ¿dónde está una grapadora? Una grapadora. Said yesterday, kind of grapadora. If you've got one handy, grab it. If not, in a minute, I'm going to ask you to show me on your hand that you know what it is, because you can kind of do the motion of it. Una grapadora. All right, raise your hand or show me on your hand or something that I know you're with me. Morgan's got one. Sure, hold it up if you know what it is, if you've got one. All right. Looks like most of us. Let's see. Haley, you got one? Okay, that's okay. Unmute. Tell me what it is and show me on your hand. If you had to activate. Yeah. So like maybe you go like that. I think that's our sign, right? Grapadora. There it is. Show me one if you got it. I saw a few of you grabbing them. Yes. Okay. Grapadora. Remember I said you kind of grab things, although it's grap, not grabadora, but you know, grapadora. All right. ¿Dónde está? How about most of you have one of these very close to you? Un asiento. ¿Dónde está un asiento? Look it up if you need to. Un asiento. Un asiento. Raise your hand if you're with me. You know what I'm talking about. ¿Dónde está tu asiento? Elizabeth is with me. Who else? There goes Unique. Haley's there. Un asiento. Let's go. Show me you're with me. Look it up real quick. Raise your hand if you're with me. All right. Thanks, Dalia. I see you're with me. Okay. That's pretty good. You should have one very close to you. All right. Let's go with, all All right, Dalia, why don't you tell us what it is, and then somebody else can point to it who wants to show us. Go ahead, Tegan. All right, so Dalia, what is it?
Wait, what was the word again?
Un asiento. Asiento.
I forgot.
You
What it
forgot?
is.
Okay, I'm coming back to you. So get ready for the next one. Un asiento. Naya, go ahead. You say it. Tegan's going to point.
Isn't it a chair?
Yeah. It's your chair. It's your seat. You kind of hear the word seat, maybe an asiento. So Tegan, you got one? Show us. Oh, nice, nice. Everybody show us. Point to it. Show me. You're with me. Un asiento. So if I ask you right now, let's see. I'll show you mine. There it is. Fancy, fancy. Okay, good. Un asiento. All right, next up, las tijeras. ¿Dónde están las tijeras? Las tijeras. So if you know what they are, grab them. If you have some near you. If not, these are an easy one to show me on your hand. Las tijeras. Las tijeras. And Dalia, I'll come back to you if you know what it is. And then let's see. Sylvia, do you have some? No, I think she froze for a minute. She's not moving. There she is. Sylvia, do you have some? No. Victoria, who's got some? Raise your hand if you got some. Anyone? Anyone? Nobody's got any? Oh, there we go. Charles has some. Okay, so Dalia, tell us what it is.
They're scissors.
Yes, thank you. And Charles, are you showing us? I'm not on your screen right now. Yep, there they are. Great. So if you got them, show us. If not, that's an easy one to show me on your hands too. Look. Universal, rock, paper, scissors, right? There it is. Las tijeras. Good. All righty, what's next? How about la cinta adhesiva? La cinta adhesiva. La cinta adhesiva. What is she talking about? Anybody got some? Sylvia's ready this time. Anybody else? Oh, she doesn't have any. She knows what it is though. Anybody have any? Nobody? Okay. Well, Sylvia, what is it?
It's tape.
Yeah, there it is. I don't know how you act out tape exactly. You could get yourself like you're pulling some off or something. So la cinta adhesiva. Oh, Haley's got some. Thanks, Haley. All righty, what's next? I got to think about what I'm missing. Oh, I think just one more. We did that. Okay, el armario. I got to walk for mine. El armario. Figure out what it is. Raise your hand when you're with me. El armario. Or you can point to one. Most of you have one near you. I actually don't today, but I'll go walk to one. El armario. El armario. Looking for a new hand that's going to tell me what it is. So either you're pointing or you're getting ready to tell me. Let's see. Lamaya, what is it?
Closet.
Yeah, you have one near you?
No.
Nah. All right, show me one if you got one. Direct your camera to your nearest armario. Show me you're with me, or point to one. I'll take you to mine to go on a little adventure today. El armario, here I come. There it is. Right? The closet, the coat closet. Now, don't forget, armario can also be used for a locker. So again, it's kind of a place where you put stuff. So either a closet or a locker. All right. So at a minimum, you should be recognizing those are what? That's 6, 7 words that we've been working with pretty extensively that hopefully you are feeling pretty good about. How many people would say that you can recognize those words? Yeah? Okay, again, that's what it's all about. Pay attention and I'll help you get these. Then you're not sitting there trying to memorize a big list of words on your own. All right, so hopefully you're starting to feel okay about that. I am gonna do one more activity with you and then I'm gonna give you one to work on your own. Now, the one that you're working on your own is pretty similar to what we're about to do. So I need you to make sure you're paying attention. If you have your vocab list out, you can keep it out. We are gonna talk about las reglas. So somebody's gonna have to raise your hand real quick, look it up, it's on your list. Las reglas. Raise your hand if you can tell me what las reglas are. Looking preferably for a hand of someone who hasn't gotten a point yet today. Unique.
Rules.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about rules, okay? And since we're talking about el día escolar, we're talking about school rules. So we're going to kind of do some different things with this. Today, we're going to look at like traditional school rules. On your little assignment that you're going to do for me in a minute, you're going to make up some silly rules. And then next week, you're going to make up some rules for the virtual classroom because obviously they are different. So what I'm going to want you to do is have your vocab out. There's a couple of words on here that I'm going to highlight for you because we're going to do a little quick listening activity. All right. So that also means necesitan un poco de papel. Okay. Because you got to jot down your answers. So I'm going to pause for a minute, find a little piece of paper you can jot on or your notebook. And we're going to do a little quick listening activity. And I think most of it, you should know. There are a couple vocab words on it I'll highlight right now. Okay, so I'm pausing for a second. You're grabbing some paper. You don't need much room. It's just a little sí or no. All right, so on this activity, you are going to hear some rules and you're going to decide, sí, they apply to school, normal school, or no, they do not apply to normal school based on your, like North Central. Okay, so our school. Here are the things that you need to know, and you're also going to need these for your homework, so listen, okay? If we want to say a school rule, we're going to use the expression IK. That means one must, okay? If it's a negative thing we don't want you to do, this word's on your vocab list, we're going to say se prohíbe. What's se prohíbe? Somebody look it up on your list and tell me. You can kind of hear it in the word. Se prohíbe. Abdullah, what is it?
It's prohibited.
Yeah, so like don't do this. It's prohibited to do this. All right. So if it's a positive thing that we want you to do, IK, one must. If it's a negative thing, say prohíbe. All right. Now there are two new words on this in this activity that I want to highlight for you. The first one is entregar. So somebody look on your list, raise your hand when you can tell me what entregar is. Again, preferably somebody who hasn't done any talking yet today. Entregar. So you're looking over your list. Raise your hand when you got it. I appreciate my 3 hands that I see, but you guys have all gotten a point. So let me pause you for a minute. Entregar. Look on your list. It's super easy to find. Just look it up and raise your hand. All right, Vanessa, what's entregar?
Turn in.
Okay, to turn in, right? So usually you say entregar la tarea, right? You turn in your homework. All right, and the other thing that I want to mention is the word a tiempo. A tiempo. Somebody find that one for me. A tiempo. Nora?
On time.
On time. So those are probably going to come together. All right. So entregar la tarea, turn in your homework, a tiempo, on time. Okay, so there are 5 of these. I'm going to play them for you, and you literally just have to write sí if that's a rule that makes sense that we do at North Central, or no if that is not true about North Central. All right, you ready? Okay, I'm gonna play them for you twice. So if you miss it the first time, not a big deal. All right, let me find it. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so get ready for numero uno. Turn this up so we can hear it. Start it over. Okay, here we go.
Hay que entregar la tarea a tiempo. Uno.
Okay, here comes uno. Let's turn it over. There we go.
1. Hay que entregar la tarea a tiempo.
Okay, that's it. If you got it, put sí or no. If you didn't get it, get ready for number 2. I'll play them all again in a minute.
2. Hay que tener el libro de la clase todos los días. 3. Se prohíbe escuchar música en la clase. 4. Se prohíbe hablar por teléfono en la clase. 5. Se prohíbe llevar pantalones cortos.
Okay, so I'm going to play them all again. Your goal is to get more than you got the first time. If you think you got them all the first time, excellent. Here's what I want you to do. Jot down the main idea of each one so you can share that with us when we go over them. All right. So again, IK means one must. That's something that you're supposed to do. Se prohíbe, we don't want you to do it. All right, here we go one more time.
1. Hay que entregar la tarea a tiempo. 2. Hay que tener el libro de la clase todos los días. 3. Se prohíbe escuchar música en la clase. 4. Se prohíbe hablar por teléfono en la clase. 5. Se prohíbe llevar pantalones cortos.
All right, so we're going to go through these. If you think it is yes, that is true, I want you to do a thumb up for me. If you think no, that is not true, I want you to do a thumb down for me. So again, if it's possible for you to turn on your screen right now, that helps me see my thumbs up and my thumbs down. If not, I guess we'll assume your hand raised maybe means a thumb up. And if you don't raise your hand, we'll assume you're maybe thinking down. Okay, so número uno, I'll say it one more time. Hay que entregar la tarea a tiempo. Who says, yes, that is true at North Central? Or false if it's not true. Show me you're with me. Looking around, I want to see hands. I want to see your finger. I think I see most of them. Let's see. I don't know, Nora. Oh, yeah, no, I see yours. Okay. All right. So, yes, that is true. Somebody want to translate it for me? What does that one mean? Why did you say true? Got it right. What's it mean? What's it mean? Jacob, what's it mean?
Turn your homework in on time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a rule. Hay que entregar la tarea a tiempo. Yeah, turn your homework in on time. Great. Dos said, this one's a little more complicated, but just, you know these words, so just listen to it carefully. Hay que tener el libro de la clase todos los días. Hay que tener el libro de la clase todos los días. Who says yes? No? I feel like that one's changed. Honestly, I feel like when I was teaching 5 years ago at North Central, I'd say yes. Today, I would probably say no. What's it mean? Somebody help us with what's it mean? Unique, what's it mean?
You could read the book in class.
I heard a lot of words there that sounded right. Try it one more time. You were real broken. Okay, Unique, I'm giving you credit for saying it. I just can't understand you. So, oh, yeah. I'm giving you credit for saying it. I just can't understand. I don't even know who's talking right now. All right, I see Quentin's hand up, so I'm going to go with Quentin. Go ahead, Quentin. What's it mean?
You can read in the classroom.
Basically, yeah, except for it's tener el libro. Oh, thanks, Unique.
You can read a book.
Yeah, you have to have your book in class. That's why I was saying like 5 years ago, I feel like yes. I don't know. What do you think? If you were at North Central last year, did you have to have your book in class every day? I feel like it's less now, right? So I'd probably say no on that, but if you said yes, that's okay. That one's kind of iffy. All right, this one's, okay, I think it makes sense. Se prohíbe escuchar música en la clase. Se prohíbe escuchar música en la clase. What do you think? As a general rule. Se prohíbe escuchar música en la clase. Is that true or false? What do you think? I don't know. I would probably go true on that. Let's figure out what it means. Who's got what it means for me? Jalen, you got what it means? Jalen, you want to do that one? I don't think he does. Just walked away. Okay, Victoria, go ahead.
Doesn't it mean it's prohibited to listen to music in class?
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say yes. It's not like you can walk into class and like listen to music all period. I mean, yeah, there might be a time where I'm like, sure, you can work on that and listen to music. But in general, I'd say, yes, that's true. You can't just listen to music for the whole period in class, right? All right, número 4, kind of along the same lines. Se prohíbe hablar por teléfono en clase. True or not true? Hablar por teléfono en la clase. Yeah, I'm going to say that's a thumbs up. Who wants to tell me what that means? Who wants to tell me? Who wants to tell me? Morgan.
You can't be on your phone in class.
Yeah, you can't be talking on your phone in class, right? That'd be weird. And last one, se prohíbe llevar pantalones cortos. This goes back to some clothing. Okay, pantalones cortos. Who says, yes, that is true at North Central? Who says, no, that is not true at North Central? Let me see your thumb. Okay, I agree, not true. What's it mean? What's it mean, Tegan? What's it mean?
It means that you can't wear shorts in class.
Yeah, that is false, right? Some schools it's probably true, but not ours. Okay, so that's the gist of it. Did we understand most of those? I'll assume your silence means, of course we did, Miss Silverly. All right, I'm gonna wrap things up. Let me tell you what I want you to do for me, okay? Today, this is kind of an exit ticket, so let me make sure you know what you're doing. It's basically kind of like, yes, I understood this activity. All right, so I'm gonna just show you on today's current lesson what I want you to do, and then I'll let you go after I explain it, so pay attention. All right, so number 3 is what you're gonna click on for me in a second. Homework is there. Let me remind you, homework vocab is due on Monday. Okay, Sunday night, if you haven't done that yet. Here's the document. Here's where you can upload it. Here's Quizlet cards to help you. Okay, and remember on this, I said you need to load it, write it, so you have Spanish and English, Spanish and English. Okay, so make sure I can see it, that it's a list that you can use. All right, so here's what you got. Reglas para mi clase tonta. If you click on it, it tells you you're gonna submit 1 positive and 1 negative rule for your silly classroom. All right, so this is a made-up classroom. You're gonna start your positive with IK. You're gonna start your negative with se prohíbe. Now, here's the deal. This verb does not need to be conjugated. Okay, I'll say it again. This verb does not need to be conjugated. So just leave it with an A-R-E-R-I-R on it. Okay, I'm gonna look to see if you were listening to this direction that I just gave you. So this is a silly classroom. I don't know, maybe one must eat popcorn in your classroom. Maybe one is not allowed to do homework in your classroom. Okay, this is a silly, like random, made up, your ideal classroom. All right, so I want you to turn in 2 sentences for me today, okay, as kind of your exit ticket. Sound okay? All right, so I'm happy to let you go do that. Exit ticket, vocab due by Monday. Have a great 3-day weekend, and hasta martes. I'll see you then. Stick around if you have a question.